My name's Oliver Northover, and my candidate number is 0074.
My name is Katie Rushton, and my candidate number is 0085.
My name is Liberty Massad, and my candidate number is 0072.
My name is Matthew Calhan, and my candidate number is 0075.
So what's wrong now?
What's wrong, Dennis, is that we have got a 7-year-old child coming out with obscenities.
Like what?
John has just informed me that the hill which Jack and Jill climbed was not the scene of collecting water, but of sexual intercourse.
Is that what he said? Sexual intercourse?
I think you know very well what he said.
What?
He swore.
Well, I realise that, but what did he actually say?
He used a word meaning sexual intercourse.
Well, which one?
Which one?
Yes, which one?
If you must know, the worst one.
Fuck.
Dennis!
There's loads of words with that meaning, Pauline.
Well, I dare say there are, but I don't want them spoken in this bungalow.
Well, there's shag.
Dennis!
And then there's more like old-fashioned versions.
I am not listening, Dennis. I don't know why you
More
want to behave like this.
versions,
I don't know
like,
what's been wrong with you lately. But if you ask me, I think you should
sharp
see a doctor.
Or bowling.
Ah, you shit, you shit!
Ah, well, now we know where John's been getting that filthy language from, don't we?
Dennis, I am warning you. In Masterfist Nature, I teach John the correct terms. You know I do. I've told you he's getting this language from those Palms kids.
He's not getting it from the Palms kids. The bomb drops on his estate, bloody Palms kids get the blame.
Well, if he doesn't get it from them, then you just tell me where he does pick it up from. I've never heard of a children from Phase 2 section of the estate who use language like that.
Pauline, people swear whether they're from Phase 1, Phase 2 or Phase 3069. People swear everywhere.
They don't, Dennis.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
Do they? And when was the last time you heard Sue Lawley say, here's the bleeding news?
Oh, I've forgotten about Sue Lawley. I'll have to go, Mother. The Lone Ranger's at the door. Ta-ra. Good luck. Aye,
All right, kid. Evening, Dennis.
aye. Pauline's just getting changed.
Not ready when a guest arrived. A little back mark for Pauline.
Black mark for herself, eh?
It's good you're entertaining us and not some others in this estate. Hold a mistake like that against you for life.
You know what, Jane? That very thought crossed my mind as I opened the door. How lucky we are, I said to myself. How lucky we are, it's just Jane and Roger.
Now, kid, pour you a little bottle of something.
Ah, sorry, Roger. Red. What about a cookie to keep warm?
Warm?
Dennis, that is a Beaujolais Noir. I thought everybody knew that a Beaujolais is a one-word wine that's served chilled.
Oh, of course, trust me. Well, I'm sure if you held on to half an hour...
It's the only red wine we drink in the summer, isn't it, not? You know what they say about red wine in the summer, don't you, kid? In summer, big, bold Burgundies should be abandoned.
Shut me, Rog.
Now, kid, pour you a little present. You'll love it, won't you?
Ah, sorry, Rog. Thanks, Jane.
Mum and Dad not here yet, Dennis. I was just saying to Roger it's been years since I saw them.
And maybe years still. Oh, a record carrying case.
Look inside, Dennis.
Oh, and a record as well.
You'll never guess who's by, kid.
I think I might just, Rog.
Well, there's no need to guess. Just open up and have a look.
Do I have to?
Not if you don't want to see your present.
Oh, he's just savouring the moment, aren't you, kid? Well, go on, go on.
John Denver.
Hey, double album that is. Take you 2 hours to get through that.
Fabulous.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, now look at that. You look great, kiddo. Doesn't she look magic?
That's a lovely little dress, Pauline.
Thank you, Jane. Oh, Dennis, what's that?
It's a present from Jane and Roger.
Oh, a record carrying case. Isn't that lovely? When you go out, you'll be able to take all your records with you.
Take them for a walk.
Oh, and a record as well. What is it? No one's got a drink. Who'd like
this with a firing squad for us, wasn't it? Lined up at dawn in Sainsbury's car park and shot lad for two of the best hostesses on the estate.
Dennis, will you please offer Jane and Roger a drink?
But my love, it seems that when I purchased the said red, I was forgetting that in summer, big bold burgundy should be abandoned. Trust me to forget that. That's probably why I was on special offer. Everyone else on the estate knows the burgundy curse, but not I. I rush in and buy up 17 litres of the stuff. Oh well, at least we something to look forward to when winter comes. That's if we last that long with 79 black marks in the book, and an evening of desperate sobriety ahead. Anyway, Jane, what do you prefer? Cock or penis?
Dennis!
Oh, don't worry, Pauline. I'm used to him. Anyway, I know there's no such wines in the market.
Anyway, kid, we don't mind drinking red. I mean, we're not exactly connoisseurs. What we said about the burgundies, we just read it in the paper last Sunday.
I didn't read the paper.
Oh, we did, love.
Roger, you may well have done, but I did not. For as long as I can remember, I've known about the big bold burgundies.
But I remember.
Roger?
Watch it, Rog.
Anyway, don't you think there's more important matters to discuss than wine?
Oh, aye. Forgotten.
What is it? Jane, what's wrong?
My God, is nothing sacred? Are we all to be brought down by the times in which we live? Are we all to be victims of this sickness?
Jane?
It's wicked. It's mindless.
What's happened?
What's up then, flower?
Don't push her, kid. She's had a shock. We both have.
I don't know if I can bear to talk about it.
You don't tell us, Jane. How are you going to discuss it?
I think, kid, with what's been going on lately, you might be able to guess.
Oh no, not that, Rog.
What? What, Dennis? What?
Is that it, Jane? Oh, I've guessed it. Oh, what a black day. So, Barry Manilow's going to get a nose job. The government spokesman said this could solve Britain's unemployment problems.
Dennis, shut up!
Don't shout at him, kidder. It's not his fault.
You mock Dennis, but it might be you next.
Next what?
The next victim, kid. The next victim. You know what we woke up to this morning? Broke my heart, didn't it, love? Shocked I was.
The entire garden. Defiled!
Get away.
How?
You know that row of cabbages, Pauline? The ones with the lovely little hearts in them? Every one of them covered in paint.
No.
But not just painted at random, Pauline. Oh no.
No. Not content with mere vandalism, this lot had to display their artistic talents. Those grand little cabbage hearts have been painted to look like, well, I'll be frank, like breasts.
What a thing to do.
And for the sake of decency, I'll not tell you what they did to my organic cucumbers.
Roger, what's decent at a time like this? Did they paint your cucumbers to look
There
like...
hadn't been an ounce of chemicals on those vegetables, had there, Roger?
Oh, pure my soil is. Pure. You can eat off that soil. Surgeons could operate in my garden. It's true.
Have you lost all your little organic vegetables?
No, they'll still grow, Pauline, love. They'll still grow. But that's not the point, is it? I mean, what's we going to do now when we have guests round to dinner? You know our dining room table faces out into the garden, and many a guest has lingered over coffee and been moved to comment upon the state of my garden. But what are we going to do now, eh? We can hardly have our bloody guests staring at rows of tits and prigs, can we?
Language.
Well, it makes you swear.
Well, I suppose that now we'll just eat with the blinds drawn.
Couldn't you just move the table?
Who? Not me, Dennis. That's what they want us to do, Dennis. That's what they'd like. They'd like to see us move our dining room table, but if we do that, we've lost out to them. No, I will not move my dining room table. I will sit where I've always sat. I don't seek martyrdom, but when it's thrust upon me in this manner, I must respond. It's my duty to respond.
Jane, who do you think's responsible?
I would have thought it was obvious, Pauline. It's those Pons kids, isn't it?
Jane, those Pons kids aged 3, 4, 7 and 9.
Yes, but they're very big for their age, Dennis.
What?
Mr. Pons, you know what he is, don't you?
Go on.
Tell him, Roger.
An art teacher.
And you've seen her, haven't you, Pauline?
Mrs.
Yes.
What's wrong with her?
Dennis. Wellingtons in the summer. CND badge.
Yeah, but you used to wear C&D badge when you were younger.
When we did it, Dennis, we did it because it's fun. It's different now.
Yeah, that doesn't mean...
I think it does, Dennis.
Anarchists. All of them. A paintbrush in one hand, an aerosol spray in the other.
Anyone like a drink?
A what?
An aerosol spray law, the trademark of the vandal, of the anarchist.
I know it's summer and all, but I'm sure if we use our imaginations, we may be able to pour a gallon or two down our throats.
The worst part about it is I have to admit they did a good job. Sore and bitter though I was, the artist in me couldn't fail to see it was a job well done. Those cabbage halves have got recognisable nipples on them.
It's just the most distressing thing about this whole wave of vandalism. There is something ominously creative about it.
Here we go.
A lot get my greenhouse though.
You taking it down, Rog?
I have not taken it down, and I will not be taking it down. Whoever wants to get my greenhouse now has to get past a 6-foot fence with barbed wire on top.
And after tomorrow, they'll have the force to cope with.
The police force?
The police force? What good are the police force? Have you seen the police force, Lady Pauline? They're full of little men with beards. No, I mean the residence force. Roger's organising a meeting for tomorrow, aren't you, Roger?
Well, as I said, love, there's no point rushing headlong into
The meeting's at our house.
because there's all sorts of problems
At
happening.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock the meeting is. You'll be there, won't you, then?
Of course, Dennis will be there. We all know that in the past, Dennis has avoided joining any clubs or committees. But that was at a time of peace. In war, it's different. At a time of crisis, we band together to protect what is ours. That is, unless we tend to be some sort of freak.
Cadavers, the organisation is to be called. Castle Hills Against Destruction, Anarchy, Vandalism and Riot Society. I thought of that. I reckon it could be a good idea for Phase 2 residents to get involved. There's lots of fellows who I meet who are bored to death, and something like this could be a godsend. If we really got organised, we could offer all sorts of facilities like diving and swim instruction, driving.
SAS training in the park, SC rescue, oh, brain surgery.
We could even have a junior section, get the kids involved.
Roger, we are forming a protection force, not a youth club.
I think it could be a good idea getting the kids involved, especially like those Pans kids. We might as well put their artistic talents to some use. We need someone to design and print leaflets, draw posters.
What is the point of forming a protection force if we're bringing all the vandals into it?
Never thought of it like that.
Some vandals must be kept on the outside.
Dennis, where have your parents got to?
Bombay, Caracas. Nah, I bet they've been taking my one of Roger's task force teams. I bet they're interrogating right now. What is the meaning of these mysterious phone calls? What is meant by the haven? Who is this crew to call Parmentier?
If they're not here soon, the Hatchies or
Oh, you
Parmentiers
joined Hatches, love. That's a brave step, but a step in the right direction. A woman who serves Hatches and Parmentier is a woman on the right path. Let's have a look at yours, shall we?
Hatches what?
Cottage pie, don't worry.